Thank you. Labor rights. Want to welcome to the platform Deputy Leader James Robertson. Give James a big hand. Member of Parliament. Member of Parliament. Candidate for St. Thomas Eastern. Let's welcome Michelle Charles.
Roll call again. Roll call. Prosperity we say. Roll call. Wheel and come again.
Deputy General Secretary, Candidate Andrew Weekly.
Jamaica roll call. Roll call. Roll call.
Want to acknowledge the presence of His Worship the Mayor and other councillors of the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation.
It's your name written there. Prosperity will come on.
And I'm going to invite at this time to bring you brief greetings, Senator Marlon Morgan. Give him a big hand, Labour right.
Labour rights! Show our labour rights! St. Thomas, we'll try to go through as quickly as possible. Thank you, first and foremost, St. Thomas, for your warm welcome as we made our way through your beautiful parish. Some months ago, some people are run up and down a call for elections. And now the Prime Minister has announced it. And as my granny used to say, fire, they are must steal. Them think a cool breeze, St. Thomas. Let me tell you this. Just about 10 years ago, we came here to your beautiful parish. We were in opposition at the time. And our Bonononos Prime Minister was serving as opposition leader at the time. And at that time, we were embarked on a series called Prosperity Live. It was a series where we came to lay out our plans, but also we came to hear from you, because we're a consultative party and we put you, the people, at the center of what we do, St. Thomas. And I can proudly report this evening, I can proudly report to you in Western St. Thomas and to those of you who hail from Eastern St. Thomas that our report card is looking good. Because 10 years ago, Labour rights, when we assembled here at the Morant Bay Anglican Church Hall 10 years ago, there was no highway here in St. Thomas. When we assembled here, people used to take step and take liberty with you guys here in St. Thomas and call you the forgotten parish. When we were here for Prosperity Live 10 years ago, there was no Morant Bay Town Center here in St. Thomas. There was no new social housing program where we give people concrete structures to ensure that they're living in dignified conditions. Labor rights, lest we forget, there was no JUTC service here in St. Thomas. And so, labor rights, we are proud of our achievements. We are proud of the service your members of parliament have been rendering. And we are indeed proud of the advocacy, the representation they have been making on your behalf. Because I put it to you, labor rights, Michelle Charles has been working day in, day out in service to you here in Eastern St. Thomas. And out west, over in the west, James Robertson has been a stellar advocate of yours in Western St. Thomas. So, Labourite, you have some people over there, so they have a very arrogant view. It is their belief that the seats that they lost in September 2020, that they are somehow going to come and waltz through the door and take back those seats. But serve notice to them here in Moral Bay tonight, nothing no go so. Because Labourites, my granny used to tell me, old woman a plan for Callaloo. Old woman a swear after Callaloo, and Callaloo a plan for run our belly. So ensure, Labourites, that on September 3rd, you get up and you make your way early to the polling stations. And over here in the east, you deliver Michelle Charles for her second term of office. And you deliver James Robertson for yet another term of office. We love you, Labourites. All the best. Shower, Labourites.
Thank you. You know, I should have, and I did not. I didn't remember him. But the next person to greet you this evening is no stranger to Eastern St. Thomas. Actually, he used to run up and down with his father when his father was the member of parliament. Let's welcome now to greet you this evening the Minister of Labour and Social Security, Colonel Charles Jr.
Colonel Charles Jr. Hey, greatness are running in your blood. Greatness are running in your blood. Clarendon, greatness are running in your blood. Greatness are running in your blood. JLP, that can't see the...
Shower Labourites. Let me acknowledge our deputy leaders, Mackenzie and Robertson, Deputy General Secretary Wheatley, Senator, candidates to be members of Parliament now, James Robertson and Dr. Michelle Charles, councillors, mayor, and all of the Labourites that are here tonight. Good night to you all. No, I won't be long, but I want to tell you, tonight I was thinking very seriously about the future of Jamaica. And I had to be here, even though we have a lot to do in Clarendon, because I want to give my support to make sure that the entire Jamaica understands the importance of getting up, getting out on September 3rd and making sure that James Robertson and Dr. Michelle Charles are returned as Member of Parliament for St. Thomas Western and Eastern. Now you know, St. Thomas is where the Charles family has to give thanks. You took care of my father when he was Member of Parliament. Some years ago, I was here as campaign manager for Patrice Charles. And now, I am proud to stand before you and to say thank you to you for taking care of my big sister, Dr. Michelle Charles. But to all the Jamaicans who stopped me in the supermarket and faced themselves with me to tell me that I look older than her, let me just make you know straight. She is my older sister. I am the youngest Charles. So don't come to me and ask me, how is my little sister? Now I'm going to tell you a story. When I was a young man, there's a day when the chief found out, Uncle Desmond, that instead of going to extra class, I was finding myself doing extra class at a friend's house. And so he called the teacher on the phone. Them time you never have no cell phone. It was the phone where you have the intercom. And it was me, Michelle, and my father in the room. I remember vividly. He called the teacher and said to the teacher, "How is Purnell doing?" She said, "You know, Mr. Charles, I didn't mean to ask you because I haven't seen him for 1 month." Anyway, if you know the chief, you know, say the chief hand quick and him hand strong. And I'm going to tell you, those times when you're a young man, you feel you're a bad man and you can stand up. So when the chief said to me, "Boy, you don't have a class," stand up. And I said, "So what that mean?" Listen, all I can remember is when the chief right hand go up to 12 o'clock. As it start come down, I remember Michelle jump in, block the hand, grab me, and run away with me. And let me tell you something. Michelle is a warrior. Michelle is the kind of person who will defend you. If you want to go into a battle, you want Michelle beside you. You want that kind of person who will be there for you, even when the hand of the chief is coming down. Not to mention James Robertson. James Robertson is a man who you don't want to play with. Yeah, man. Don't ramp with James Robertson. James Robertson. James Robertson is the kind of politician that any politician who come in St. Thomas Western and take him lightly, you are an idiot. James Robertson has been here for years, and you are going to see him here. You're tired to see him face. So between Dr. Charles, the warrior, and James Robertson, the soldier, St. Thomas is in good hands. So I want to close off by saying this. Earlier today, in Southeast Clarendon, myself and my team, we erected a banner, which you might have seen on TikTok, where the PMP put up a banner said, "Time come." And we put up a banner beside it said, "To choose Jamaica." Now, I want to tell you something else. While I was here sitting down, I got a message that the PMP, under the cover of the night, went up and took down our banner to choose Jamaica. I want to tell Jamaica, who is listening and watching, that is exactly what the PMP intend to do to Jamaica. They will tear down anything that is positive that the JLP has done. And they will say to you, "Time come," but they will not have any reason why the time for come. The PMP is not to be trusted. The PMP only have bandulu plans, broken promises, and bad decisions. Every single Jamaican voter, listen to me carefully. If you are a Jamaican voter, if you support the JLP, if you don't know who to support, listen to me carefully tonight. You must be vigilant. Vigilant means don't make anybody come in your ears and tell you what you must do. Think for yourself. God give you 2 ears and a brain for a reason. When you look on where Jamaica is now, why should we as a country dash away a government that is reducing crime? Why should we as a country dash away a government that is increasing employment for the people. Why should we in St. Thomas, that's where government that give us that kind of urban center that look better than anywhere in Miami or Hollywood? I feel Uncle Desmond. I feel him. So the last thing, we have to protect this government. And it's not a joking thing. Labor rights, we have a responsibility to protect Andrew Holness. The bad mind PMP are pray against him. They want to see us strip. They want to see us fall. Don't respond to them bundle of foolishness. Stay on part. Stay focused. And on September 3rd, vote for who? Vote for who? Vote for who? One love.
Thank you. Thank you, young Pernell. Labor rights. We want to move quickly because our leader has been there going through it. Let's now invite the hard-working Deputy General Secretary for this area council who has been doing a fantastic job. Let's welcome colleague and friend, Dr. Andrew Wheatley.
And if you hear this and I go on the back, go on the knees,
Liberate!
to the max, will you please turn up the bass
St.
to the
Thomas!
max, please just rewind.
St. Thomas is where it all started for us as a people. We are here in Paul Bogle Square for a reason. The people of St. Thomas gave us Paul Bogle. Paul Bogle fought for our freedom. In fact, labor rights, when we go to the polls on September 3rd, we must remember the sacrifices of Paul Bogle and others in how they fought for our freedom as a people. If you look at what the other side is offering, it is a total disgrace. If you look at the quality of our candidates that we are putting forward in Michelle Charles and James Robertson, compared to the two others, I don't even know them name, labor rights, but just look at them. Look at them. It is quality that we are putting to the fore. We're not even going to talk about them chaka-chaka leader. We are about the quality of representation that you have gotten over the last couple of terms from the Jamaica Labour Party in St. Thomas. You had one man who was Home Minister General. What did he do while he was here in Eastern St. Thomas? All him could have do, a walk and make promises. You have a member of parliament in Michelle Charles in Eastern St. Thomas that fought and delivered for the people of Eastern St. Thomas. James Robertson stood with the people of Western St. Thomas from we were in opposition until now, and he has delivered on the promises and the commitments to the people of Western St. Thomas. Labor rights, Jamaicans, we cannot make no three-card man come fool with. We cannot allow them to come and enslave us again, labor rights. Jamaica, look at the quality of representative that the Jamaica Labour Party is putting forward across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Hands down, labor rights. We don't have to come on stage and talk about ray and blah. We can speak to our achievements as a government over the last 9 years. It is quality, not quantity. You know, labor rights, Jamaica, gone are the days when you can come and make promises. Gone are the days when you can just talk things and don't expect the Jamaican people to look beyond the words. We are a society that is thinking. We are a society that don't believe anymore in promises,
but on quality of deliveries. You have a government that is being led by Andrew Holness. That if we say we're doing something, we do it. We don't go behind people back and make promises and then change your mind. It is a government that you can trust. And so labor rights, we must say, yes, it did the right time. The time is here that we must continue to choose the Jamaica Labour Party. The time is right, labor rights, where we put aside partisan politics and choose Jamaica. That is what your party, the Jamaica Labour Party, stand for. We are putting Jamaica first. And every decision that we make, every candidate that we put forward, it is in the best interest of Jamaica. And so, labor rights, we have some work to do. On Monday, we are going to nominate our 2 candidates for St. Thomas, East and West. We are going to ensure that the other 61 candidates are nominated on Monday. But labor rights, we are going to put our backs to the wheels. We will not listen to any lies or fake polls that they will come out with. You know the Baba style, labor rights, when it comes to near to election, them buy a poll and say them a lead. But I have traveled the length and breadth of Jamaica. And right now, labor rights, the PMP don't stand a chance. They cannot fool us. And so labor rights, when we hear them come with them gimmicks, when we hear them come with them lies and them false polls, all we are going to do is going to work harder and take out to neighbor because we are vote for labor. Show our labor rights.
For better communities, choose Jamaica for our prosperity.
And so labor rights, you have heard from Dr. Andrew Whitley. He came to this parish many years ago. And he has been a long-standing deputy leader of this party. Member of Parliament for St. Thomas Western. Hard-working, strong, committed. Hello. 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 From you with that. Stop that, man. Stop it. He has been hardworking, strong, dedicated to the cause. Let's welcome Deputy Leader James Robertson.
Well, let me tell you. See them up in that town. How are they?
A Kappa came to St. Thomas 2 weeks ago. And that Chaka Chaka Kappa said, when he looked at the crowd, he did not say, St. Thomas West, St. Thomas East, how are you? He said, Junglist, how are you? And that is the biggest forward that Kappa, that Chapa Chaka man got.
Everybody feel a dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka chaka. Chaka 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 chaka. Do the dance. Man and woman feel do the chaka chaka.
We are in a special place tonight, Paul Bogle Square. But time is not with me for me to give you a history lesson. I will give you a little warning. In 1981, she was a labor right. In 1993, she was NDM. Somewhere around 2002, she was PNP. In 2008, she was a labor right. And good God, no, What is she? Well, my sweet 91-year-old mother is watching tonight. And she told me to behave myself. I won't tell you what she is. I will only tell you she chaka chaka.
Everybody feel a dance, chaka chaka. Chaka, everybody do the dance.
Colonel Charles Jr., my friend. You say when PNP said time come, I agree with you. Time come for PNP to put St. Thomas first. Time come for PNP to put Jamaica first. Time come for PNP to put down them chaka chaka leadership.
Everybody feel a dance, chaka chaka. Chaka, everybody do the dance, chaka chaka. Alright, chaka 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 chaka.
Deputy Leader Desmond Mackenzie, it is always a pleasure to be in your company. You have served the Jamaica Labour Party. You have served Jamaica. And the Order of Jamaica, OJ, is well deserved. I want to hear it for Deputy Leader Desmond Mackenzie. You know that I don't cap. But when General Secretary, Deputy Andrew Weekly called me 4 or 5 weeks ago, and he said to me he wanted me to come and be in his constituency with him and address his constituency, I had to go. One good turn deserves another. Welcome. I am going to go very quickly. And when I give back the little lady the booklet I borrowed from her, I'm going to find out how many of you remember how chaka chaka Mark Golden is and the PNP. And I'm going quickly tonight because we have to hear from our one Prime Minister. Marky G went to Parliament, and when our Minister of Finance backed him up and finished him off, he said his budget presentation was a fairy tale, was make-believe numbers. He was just capping. Chaka chaka.
Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Chaka, everybody do.
They released a manifesto. And when the young senator to my left read it and look at it, he said they're coming out with phase 2. It's not the real plan. They're going to adjust their plan. So good God, after 5 years, you put out a manifesto and you're not happy with it? You're ready to throw it away and give us different manifesto? Who could trust a chaka chaka PNP and Mark Golden?
Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Chaka, everybody do the dance, chaka chaka.
The PNP has been campaigning for 5 years till we're tired to see them. But when Donkey on a track by himself, Donkey look fast. Put Donkey beside a good horse and a champion like our number 1 PM, and Donkey disappear in the dust. Marky G go around Jamaica and he said he's going to build house in the swamp in St. Mary. He went around Jamaica and I had to remind him that it was the Chaka Chaka PNP that tried to build house under Operation Pride in the river in St. Thomas, right here in York. It is that man, Marky G, that referred to our urban center, the best in the Caribbean. And he referred to it as that little thing. He is rude, he is condescending, and St. Thomas is going to reject Marky G and the PNP.
Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance.
You cannot come to the most historic spot in Jamaica, Paul Bogle Square, and you want to be Prime Minister of Jamaica, and you can't show us a birth certificate. Good God, a chaka chaka PNP.
Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka chaka.
I saw every media house, even the ones that we know are not friendly to us, every media house asked Marky G about the man that him put to run against me, who hold on to 15 acres of government land. Good God, chaka chaka man, answer, what is that?
Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka chaka.
The man tricked the people, tell them they must not sign no lease, regularize themselves and fix up themselves. The man tell them he mustn't do it and mash up meeting. Well, I tell you, Marky G, I am going to send that man to answer for everything, not only the fighting of the police in Danvers Pen. You call yourself water clown. Water clown. I ask you tonight, when you was the dead left mayor, did you ever, as dead left mayor, fix one rural water supply? I ask you tonight, chaka chaka.
Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka chaka.
I have about 16 more things to put on them to show you how chaka chaka they are. But the last one I give you, can you believe that man looked at world commodity pricing structures and said, I can give you $22 for coffee. I can give you $20 for a barrel of oil. That man is a joker, a clown, and chaka chaka.
Everybody feel dance, chaka chaka. Everybody do the dance, chaka.
Well, I'm going to move on tonight, because we can't waste no more time on chaka chaka PNP. When I came to St. Thomas, it used to take 2-3 hours to leave Yalos and go cross fording after fording. Now, you skate to St. Thomas, not even 15 minutes.
Them no inna my leg, no inna my leg. Them I put a little bit of money and we reach somewhere.
St. Thomas, under our Prime Minister, our party leader Andrew Holness, St. Thomas Western alone has 7 bridges under contract and procurement. Go on any website. That is history, and Jamaica Labour Party must say thank you, and all of St. Thomas, to our Prime Minister. Nobody is in our league. When you realize that we have 2 institutions in our new urban center offering our people, our St. Thomas people, university certificate degrees, I can tell you that is what Paul Bogle wanted to see. That is the dream of Paul Bogle, and nobody can take that from us now. I am going to make it clear. When they tell you that pound for pound, I am the #1 performing member of parliament in Jamaica, we're not taking it back. No constituency, as West St. Thomas has done, has transformed the lives and the landscape as we have in West St. Thomas. We are no longer the forgotten parish, and we owe Andrew Michael Holness for that delivery, that work. We have the best road in Jamaica from Harborview to Morant Bay to Cedar Valley. We skate. If a man give you shoes, who is the best man to finish the work and give you socks? The Jamaica Labour Party will be returned in St. Thomas East and St. Thomas West. One good turn deserves another. When it comes to education, they can't talk to me. If I look to my left, I see doctors that have become doctors under me, working with them as member of parliament. If I look to my right, I see lawyer. When I go anywhere, police stop me. They say, you help me go to school. West St. Thomas has done more to help people in education. With the little resources, we have transformed thousands of lives. Every bridge we built, every bridge that's going to be built, we are building it. I only want to tell you, Desmond, I am proud to be the member of parliament of Western St. Thomas, the deputy leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. And all of you know how much I care and love you. Shower and God bless you.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for our prosperity. Choose Jamaica.
You know, labor rights. I just briefly want to say something on what James said a while ago. The St. Thomas Municipal Corporation used to have offices here. Let's welcome leader of the Jamaica Labour Party.
Labour right. Who ready?
Prime Minister.
Welcome. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness. Who was the champion? Who was the big man? Who run the island? Who got the best land? Who had the champion? Who was the big man? Who run the island? Who got the best land? Labour right, we ready now. Labour right, we ready now. Ring the bell, them heavy now. Ring the bell, them heavy now. Labour right, we ready now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome officially to the platform 1 p.m. Andrew Holness.
Equal rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember Bustamante, he served you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell.
So labor rights. We want to get the Prime Minister on us quickly. But let me now introduce to you the Member of Parliament. We were on the road with her from this morning. going through the length and breadth of the constituency. And I can tell you, she look good. She sound good. Everything about her is good. Let's welcome Michelle, Dr. Michelle Charles.
Dr. Michelle Charles. Now it's gonna be your time to shine. Send time I say at your time. Yeah, be your time to shine. Together we shine.
Our labor rights.
It's gonna be victories for the JLP. Michelle Charles say prosperity, and she full of versatility.
Let me acknowledge our Prime Minister. Say, show our Prime Minister. Let me acknowledge our deputy leaders. Minister Desmond McKenzie, thank you for being here. You're a part of our cloth now, Desmond. Let me acknowledge James Robertson. Say, shower.
Shout, 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 shout.
And all of the councillors from the west side who have always had my back. Thank you, councillors. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Dr. Wheatley, for being here. And my little brother, thank you for being here as well. I am going to be short because I've had a long day and so have you, but do you feel good? When we rock so near right them there. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something serious because our Deputy Leader James Robertson went through and explained to you all what is seriously why we're here and the seriousness of it. This election is not a time for confusion. What am I saying? This election is not a time for what? And the Bible says a double-minded woman is unstable in all her ways. We do not need instability. We need strength. We don't need flip-floppers. We need fighters. So I have a message for my Auntie Rose. You cannot trick us. You cannot twist us. And you are definitely not able to buy us. You are turn back labor rights and no amount of orange cloth, none of them big headstone you're erecting all around there can intimidate us. We in St. Thomas stand on a record of performance. Want to see the new road, new house, new water pipeline, free Wi-Fi, and holy more fi come. We not afraid of orange cloth. We not afraid of headstone. It looked like our party buried her already and they wreck headstone all over the seat. Whenever you see the symbol of the People's National Party and you see that head, members of them confused. We in St. Thomas, we want the Morant Bay Urban Center. We want the rehabilitation of the park that is coming. We want the museum that is coming here. We want more house. We want more road. We want more jobs. We want more prosperity. So on September the 3rd, I know that we are going to ring the bell for the Jamaica Labour Party. We in St. Thomas, Prime Minister, West and the East, we choose Jamaica. Third term, we say.
Choose Jamaica for better communities. Choose Jamaica for...
Thank you. Labour rights. The night is far spent. But I want you tonight in this square to open your minds for what is to come. Sanjay, because